On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the South Florida Bulls taking on the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Looking to throw for it. Coming after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw it. Setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Strikes the blow. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Offense set on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this one.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Back to throw, it's Hennigan. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Brown will throw it. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Bulls looking to convert on 4th down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And that's a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, South Florida. Seven, Memphis, 0.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Hennigan. Immediately fires to the middle. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
Well, these wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Quarterback will audible. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to the air one more time. It's caught. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Motion from the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He'll try the left side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bulls will hustle to the line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Bulls with the 1st and 10.
3:25. Yep.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Hustle, hustle. Lizzie, Lizzie.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Bulls are threatening on 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Memphis.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Down 55 feet.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the double.
3rd and goal for the offense.
Here we go. Gaucho.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the South Florida Bulls taking on the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Brown wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Corners are going to bail. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They're facing a third down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's straight. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Hennigan. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Memphis.
Memphis will be forced to punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quarterback keeper. Hard running there. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running back goes in motion. Brown will throw it. He's got the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well. But this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Singletary. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
With the catch, it's Alexis. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Hennigan. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
On the double.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on fourth.
Easy. Timber.
Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback.
And after one, we're tied 0-0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Now 55 feet.
With jet sweep pass. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
And the Bulls are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. He's there to make the stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar line. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The Bulls will go for it here on 4th down. Wide out in motion. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Timeout, South Florida.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oregon State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Beavs had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Brown will throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wide receiver shows motion. Brown wants to pass. Slides away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking for the 2-point try. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Bangs it through for an extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He finds his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. The give to the back. Looks as if he'll have enough to pick up the Memphis first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air, it's Hennigan. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He wants to pass it on second down. He fires one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snatches it on the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
He's not afraid to go deep. What a snag by the defense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Brown will throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I know it was incomplete. Okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. He shanked it.
Return runs out of bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback checking off. To throw, it's Hennigan. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. looking for a man. It's Hennigan. He's got his man. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll throw it. Got it past the marker.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming.
Bring it. 6-9-1. Get your score. Longer. Tuna.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. Drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Ready.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Ready up.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the
Now
double.
they're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Brings up second down.
Yankee blue.
Dropping back, it's Hennigan. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Brown wants to pass. He's going for it all. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Gets it out fast. Just about as basic as you can get and effective if you execute.
Well executed. QB, nice job putting the football out in front of his receiver where he can advance it.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Bulls have their offense in high gear. Trying to find his man on first down. The short hands, it's Singletary. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
14, South Florida, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Brown will throw it. Trying to get to him. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. A shot toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost. clock. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.